paid for because it wasn't part of the contract?
Correct.
Okay, established position of office manager. Whereas the Town of Patterson has requested from Putnam County Personnel Department classification for the creation of position of office manager of the department or program within the Town of Patterson. And whereas careful review by Putnam County Personnel Department of the duties and responsibilities described, Putnam County Personnel Department has recommended a competitive classification for the position of office manager of a department or a program within the Town of Patterson with job specifications and qualifications as attached hereto. And whereas the Town Board of the Town of Patterson wishes to create the position of office manager of a department or a program within the Town of Patterson in accordance with the recommendations of Putnam County Personnel Department as attached hereto, now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Patterson hereby creates a competitive class position of office manager of a department or a program within the Town of Patterson with job specifications and qualifications as attached hereto, and be it further resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Patterson hereby authorizes the supervisor to execute any and all documents necessary to give effect to this resolution. So moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Can we discuss this a
Sure.
What are the duties of the office manager again?
As
Where is it
attached.
for?
It's for the recreation center and
For
those
the
are,
recreation center.
that's correct.
And what offices are down there that she's going to be managing? Receptionist office, what other office is there?
Offices and operations and programs. Well, we have a recommendation request from the recreation director that he would like to have that position created and filled. So,
As an office manager.
Well, this was the designated title after Putnam County did a desk audit of the duties that were performed. The office manager was the title that was designated by Putnam County personnel.
Putnam County personnel know that we only have one office down there.
It's not necessarily the office, but it's all the clerical work. There's a lot of part-time staffers that would be the go-to person. So there is some supervisory responsibilities as well as managing from a support staff perspective the recreation center.
what happened, the way the process works is the Town of Patterson says, we have a job, we need it, we want you to come over, look at it, and classify it. What they do is they go to the location, they sit down, they interview the individual who's currently in that job, they get a full description of their duties and what they do, and then the county goes back and they have an individual over there who assigns a job title to it. After the desk audit, which was their interview of the individuals involved, they classified the position as that of office manager. The town then requested the test be given. The test was given. We have a list.
I know the process, but I just didn't
Well,
understand the title.
Well, this is the title given to us by Putnam County Personnel Department.
We do have a letter here from Mr. Blennar, saying that the individual will be responsible for all budgeting aspects, payroll, creating flyers, and any and all clerical work as he sees fit, and he recommends that we need the position of office manager to do that work. Well, we need the work done, and the Department of Civil Services has stated that duty is falls under the classification of office manager.
I got a couple of questions on that. I noticed in the memo that the salary would be starting at $43,000. And of course, that's going to involve full medical benefits, vacation, so forth and so on. I know we only did the interviews a week ago yesterday. Wasn't it a week ago, or was that the code enforcement? So that was 2 weeks ago. Pardon me, I'll stand corrected. It was 2 weeks ago yesterday. I didn't know that there was a candidate that was selected. When did that occur?
It's kind of like what happened with the recreation director, Ernie. We all kind of talked amongst ourselves, we brought it up, we voted on it. I objected at the time because I wasn't comfortable with the process. We all discussed it the night of the interviews. I thought we all came out of there with a clear consensus as to who we felt the best candidate was, and we're ready to move on it. If you're uncomfortable, then please feel free to vote no.
Well, I thought we had spoke to the candidates and let them know that it was a great possibility that they would not be hired or even appointed until at least the first of the year.
I would take
to the-
absolute disagreement with that. We clearly discussed with them that we would be most likely making this appointment on the 10th, and that they would be asked to start work to begin first of the year.
Well, I think with the discrepancy here and whatever, I'm gonna make a motion to table this creation
Motion's
of
been
this.
made and seconded.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make a motion to table it as far as the creation of the office manager position go and the appointing of one. Is there a second on the table?
I second.
Okay.
I think we
Have a
need to
roll
look
call,
into this.
please.
Yes. Mr. Capasso?
Yes.
Mr. Passe?
Is this on the table that we're voting on?
Yes,
I didn't think we had a vote on the table when there's a
we have to
second.
vote on a table.
Mr. Attorney,
Do you have, what rules do you follow? Do you have any rules that you follow at the current time? The Robert's rules, any rules, and procedure?
I was always under the impression that
A vote has to be by majority of the board.
Well, whatever, I don't know what policy you set in the past, other than it was 2 votes, but.
Well, the policy of the town board in the past is state policy that the majority of the board votes, the majority rules.
not on the table. I'm sorry, I disagree.
We're gonna do this, we're gonna take a vote, and we're gonna go through, and as far as I'm concerned, the majority is gonna rule. If we have 3 votes to table, then it's tabled. If we have 2 votes to table and 3 votes to move it, it's gonna get moved.
May I just ask a question before we proceed? What is the purpose of tabling it? What is,
The purpose of tabling it is, I want to sit down and talk individually, especially the personnel committee. I want to know how we came to the conclusion that I was not aware of, that Tracy Buckley was picked.
we haven't picked Tracy Butler.
Well, according to the recommendation that you mentioned, that you know, the office manager position.
Well, that's Mr. Blenard's recommendation, who sat in on the interviews.
Right, now
His
is it,
recommendation is his recommendation.
well, does it say in the resolution who the person is that we would appoint once we create the position?
no, but I think part of the responsibility for the recreation director, when we appointed Ray, I think we entrust his judgment. I think he sat in on the interviews. His input is of great significance. I think the office manager position was directed not only from a desk audit, but also the person sitting in that desk giving the input to formulate what this job title would be. And at this point in time, I don't see the need to procrastinate in something that's inevitable.
I'm not arguing that it's not inevitable. All I'm saying is that there was not a candidate, to the best of my knowledge, selected, and those candidates at those interviews were told it would probably be after the first of the year.
They were
Absolutely
told
not.
Well-
December 10th an appointment would be made. and they
No,
would
I
go.
don't think so. I don't think
That's
that
what
was
I
written in
recall.
stone. Well, I don't. I
Well,
disagree.
and as far as it goes, Ernie, the only place we can pick a candidate is right here, right now. We have to do it in a public meeting, in a vote in front of the public.
That's fine.
That is what we are attempting to do.
Okay.
Why are you stonewalling this?
I'm not stonewalling anything.
You are absolutely trying to stonewall this, Ernie.
I
It is
am.
inevitable that we select a candidate. We have the request from the recreation director, who is currently working without administrative staff down there,
Right.
and we need to move this process forward. We all sat in that meeting. We told all of the individuals that we would most likely be making the appointment on the 10th with the anticipation that they would start at the beginning of the year.
Most likely is the key word.
We all agreed.
Most likely.
Well, that's why I said, feel free to vote no.
Well, I'll tell you, you're
Because
gonna,
that's the way the process works.
Well-
If you don't like the process, vote
well,
no.
here's the process also. As far, to the best of my knowledge, legally speaking here, it has always been the policy of this board that if there is a motion for a table and there's a second, then that was the end of the issue until it gets brought up on the agenda at the next meeting.
Well,
Now, we're gonna change
I'm-
policy here.
I'm chairing the meeting, Ernie, and I'm telling you, that's not how it's gonna work. You wanna hire a lawyer, you wanna sue the town.
Well, we have
you
a
wanna
lawyer
bring up-
right